This man lost more than just a date.
So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go ahead and go on over there and see what's going on.
Yes.
For me, it just did not work. I didn't feel like I had chemistry or wasn't fully attracted to you. And I feel like that counts if we are going to be going through a dating show, you know?
Yes, the feeling is definitely mutual. So that's okay. Yeah. Thank you. You did me a favor.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have a great day.
Thank you, Queen. You too.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead.
Yo, what's up, guys? This is Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
It's your boy, Sure.
It's your man, Jay.
In case you guys are unfamiliar with the show or what the setup of the show is, pretty much it's called the Balloon Pop Show. You pop your balloon if you're uninterested in the person. Basically, if you're uninterested in their physical look or if anything they say. If you are interested, you keep your balloon unpopped. This is mob justice if I've ever seen it. Was this guy rude? Yes. Was this guy arrogant? Yes. But does that mean he's unfit to be a plumber? No. If you told me that he got fired from being on The Bachelor, I'd be like, okay, cool. I get it. It makes sense. He's rude. You don't want him on The Bachelor. Got you. But from plumbing? I mean, the whole nature of the show is to say crazy things to go viral. There's one guy on the show who literally is just on the show to promote pies. Most people don't even come on the show for true love.
So first and foremost, this man did come out a little bit disrespectfully. I mean, off rip, he was just telling the first woman to pop the balloon, oh yeah, you don't qualify, you know? Didn't ask her why, nothing. He didn't care. He just don't qualify. He knew what he liked.
He said, oh, you did me a favor.
Oh yeah, you did me a favor. That's what he said.
That was hilarious. I'm sorry, that was hilarious.
And why did we end up popping our balloon?
The comment you made, didn't really, I like a more humble person. That's the one that responds, so defensive-ish, yeah.
And I was, she someone that's your type?
She all right. You know, you're not really my type. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
No disrespect.
You know, but if I seen you in public, I wouldn't reach out to.
Totally fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
Then after that, he proceeds to, for some reason, go in on the girl's arm hair.
My eyes are up here, baby. Are you looking at the tattoo?
No, I'm looking at the hair on your arms. You know, women I deal with, they don't have hair on their arms.
Don't do too much.
Hey, I'm just being honest,
Don't
Queen.
do too much.
You know, I don't like that. That's all I was looking at. You trying to say if I'm looking at particular body parts,
you just wasn't looking at my
that's not
eyes.
what it is.
That's
No, I was looking at the hair on your
Anyways,
arms, Queen.
she asked me the question.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much,
Well,
though.
you're not qualified, baby.
All right,
so that's
cool.
all good.
Let's move on.
No. Listen. I agree with you on that one. I thought he went overboard. And the reason why I thought he went overboard is because I watched the whole entire episode, right? So we're only using a clip, guys, but they're the whole episode is an hour. Throughout the whole hour of the show that girl was there, the girl in the red, her whole demeanor is flirty. That's just who she is. She just flirts with people. And I don't even think that she meant that in that way. He basically went off on her and on her arms because she said, oh, my face is up here, basically saying stop staring at my chest. It's not what you say, it's how you said it. She said it in a flirty way. It was a tongue-in-cheek. She was flirting with him. It didn't call for him to be rude to her. So that's why when I heard that, I was kind of all right, man, you're kind of doing too much at that point. So, because she didn't deserve it. But to his defense though, I'm not sure if he saw the other contestants go up to her. So that might be his only exposure to that girl. So he might not have even been aware that that's how she is. So I think he just kind of read the room wrong on that situation. But yeah, he did go too far.
Even if you read the room wrong, I don't think, even if she said it with a rude attitude, I still don't think you need to pop off on her.
I mean, listen, if she said it in a rude way, oh, why are you looking at my chest? And he was oh, I'm not looking,
yeah, that's all. I'm not looking at, or hey, your tattoo, or oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
No, listen, I'm not mad at him if she did say it in that way, and then she got that response, because I mean, if he's really not looking at it and you say it rudely, I mean, there's no reason for her to be rude.
That's fine. There's no reason to match her energy with that either. If she says, oh, look up here, baby, or whatever, I'm not gonna be oh, that's why you got long arm hair. Be
I mean, listen. My thing is you can't be mad when someone matches your energy. If you're a rude person, you can't get mad when someone else gets rude with you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Speaking of matching energy, right? This guy was abrasive for no reason.
And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age and why you ended up popping your balloon.
I'm Lex, and I'm 23, and I popped my balloon because I feel like you could be a tad bit disrespectful, how you, I don't know, arrogant a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Just that.
Well, voicing my opinion is not arrogant, you know. But thank you. You did me a favor as well.
Yeah. Also, what I have to say is, it's not what you say. This is what I mean by what I said. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Yes.
You could have rephrased a lot of the things that you have been saying to me as well as the other girls differently. But that's all I have to say.
But one thing about me is I'm not going to change who I am
Of course.
to fit somebody else's liking. You know, I'm just going to tell it how it is. If you're not it, that's not it. You know,
Cool.
the one that is it, I'm going to let it be known.
Okay.
You know, for surely, yes.
Respectful.
Because this is another thing I noticed too. So I've seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes of these balloon pop shows, and a lot of times, a guy might walk out and instantly pop, 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 bunch of balloons get popped. And you know, if you're that guy, you might feel some type of way about that, like, oh dang, just off jump, because you know then it's just physically, just strictly off how you look. All but one girl kept their balloon inflated when he walked out, and they were all very respectful to him. Actually, he just came out guns a-blazing for some reason. So I could see if he was matching their energy, like you're saying, but he wasn't matching their energy. He was just giving them all kinds of smoke for no reason. The only person that gave him smoke was the one in the blue, and she was doing that because she was trying to stick up for the rest of the girls, I guess.
You a little sassy just a little bit. And since you want to come at everybody over here, I'm going to get at you too. You kind of look like a Ninja Turtle. You're not that cute. You need to relax. You stocky as hell. And I was trying to be respectful, but like you was really coming out like I didn't like it. I'm from the South and I can handle like a lot of criticism and stuff like that, but the way you was coming, you just ain't like you got it all like that. And I guarantee you probably got a roommate at home and it's just not giving anymore.
Yeah. Well, let me say this, Queen. I'm a licensed plumber.
So, I do real estate and property management.
I live downtown.
So what you do ain't
I live
nothing compared to
downtown.
me.
I stay by myself, Queen. You know, and you're not even qualified to be even
You
dealing
say
with me.
everybody not qualified.
You definitely not. You know, if anything, it was one of these two. I wasn't even looking your way. You
And
ain't
the one
my
that you
type.
wanted popped
If I
up
seen you, that's fine.
So what?
That is totally fine.
Okay.
But one thing about me, I could pull 100,000 on the bank. Can you do the same?
Get this
yeah,
man
you can't
off
do
camera.
that. You can't do that though, baby. Yeah,
Let's
in a real
move
way,
on.
you
Let's
can't
move
do
on.
that though, Queen.
So I don't know why he felt the need to be that rude or abrasive. Now, does that mean him being unnecessarily abrasive cause for them to be unnecessary and call this job 500 times to get
No,
fired?
that's psycho.
No.
That is psycho. That is whoever did that needs to go to the insane asylum. That is insane.
That's
for
crazy.
a dating show.
Crazy.
Especially a dating show where they're known to say crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Were they a little bit more chill on this episode? Yes. But like the normal, like if you watch these balloon pops, this is kind of like I said, this is kind of the formula for the show. Like they say crazy stuff. Like one girl was like, "Oh, his hairline is crazy." Like,
I mean, you can't obviously a show with a setup like this is not meant for you to find your actual person.
or get taken seriously.
No, of course not. But with that said, what does that mean then? He knows this. He knows that he's putting himself out there. He also knows that his information is public. Now, did he think that someone's going to call his job and act crazy? No, she was wrong for that. But my point is that when you put yourself out there like that...
No, I disagree because I don't think that warranted that.
I don't either. I'm saying...
But my thing is this. He didn't say anything like, was he rude? Yes, absolutely. Was he a little arrogant? Absolutely. But that doesn't equal being unfit or not being able to do your job right, or like even... Listen, there are even people there are people outside of work that don't act that polite. I just don't believe that, like, okay, like he's no
Mm-hmm.
okay. Has any of the women on the show or anybody else on the show who have been ruder than he was, did that happen to them? Did they end up getting 500 calls? This is why I think the real reason why people are so mad, and I'm just gonna say it's the elephant in the room, is that people are mad that he roasted all the girls and walked away with the most attractive girl. That's why I think people are mad.
You're good?
Sure, we're good.
Oh, okay. All right. Any questions for her?
No, not at all.
Oh. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
Do you want kids?
I do. You
How old
gonna
are
give
you
me
again?
some? Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 29. How old are you?
23.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, we might as well get up out of here right now.
All right. Well, let's
Yeah.
step on over here. Let's step that way real quick for me. Step that way.
Okay.
All right. So seems like there's a little vibe here. So is it going to be a yes for you for him?
God says save souls, so yeah.
Oh, and is it a yes for you
It's
for her?
gonna be a hell yes for me.
Okay, we got a match. All right, let me take this mic and y'all can go on off. Okay.
I think that's the main reason why people are mad, was that he literally roasted all the girls, walked away, didn't care, and walked away with the most attractive woman. I think that's why people were mad. Because I think what people were expecting were people would be like, okay, well, these women know that he's rude. No one's going to date this guy. And he ended up getting the one that everybody wanted.
That he wanted.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people would agree, like, looking from the comment section, that she's probably the most attractive one.
All right, I'm not going to base you on who's most attractive now, but...
No, what I'm saying is that, looking through the comment section, what people are saying,
okay,
that's what the general consensus is, right?
No problem. So, no problem. So, I'm going to put myself in 3 different shoes. Because when I made my comment earlier, I don't disagree with the whole idea about why people might be upset about it.
Yeah.
I agree with it. But what I will say is that there's 3 different shoes here. There's his shoes, there's the women's shoes, and there's the business's shoes. So, what the women, whoever it was that called 500 times or whoever they were, totally wrong, stupid.
Insane asylum.
Shouldn't have happened. Him, he was unnecessarily rude and abrasive, doesn't mean you should have lost your job. From the business perspective, if what you did, which was go online in public, and regardless of what you did, warranted them calling you or not, which I don't think it did, if it affects operations or it affects the image of our business, hey, we might pull the plug on you. And that's their prerogative, because that's their business. This is not a court of law. This is a business. So if you're messing up the business and the bottom line, that's what happens. So all these things you got to go through your mind when you're acting how you act or how you behave. So that's what I'm saying. That's the onus I put on him. Now, aside from that, whoever called, totally wrong. And like you mentioned before, put yourself in his shoes. If the roles were reversed and then she got fired or they got fired.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that have been way more rude on this show, and that's never happened to them. That's why I said I think most people are just mad that he walked away with the one that a lot of people would consider the most attractive one.
Again,
and they were just kind of like. I mean, listen, it's subjective. I'm just going off of the comments of what people are saying.
And by the way,
yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say what I think anyways. But I hear what your point is, and I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm saying, and I agree with you. Like, okay, your point is that if I'm understanding you correctly, what he said or how he acted is nothing compared to how some other people act.
Exactly.
And they didn't get fired
at all.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So
what else would make people so mad?
No, I can't get into details of that on camera.
I'm saying, what else would make people so mad to the point where they're like, you know what? There's no way he can win. There's no way he can win. What can I do to hurt to make him feel the hurt that he gave to other people? And listen, I agree with you. What he said, a lot of his comments were unwarranted because they were nice. Most of the girls were nice.
Yeah.
So I can agree to that. Most of the girls were nice. They didn't deserve it. Like, even the first girl that he went up and did that to, where he was like, the feeling's mutual, she was nice.
Yeah,
she wasn't mean. She was nice.
Wait, you mean the first one?
Yeah, the first. There's a first girl.
Second to last.
Yeah, second to last. She popped her balloon and she was nice. She was cool or whatever. And then he said, the feeling is definitely mutual. I get it. Like, if that was my sister who went on the show or my niece who went on the show, and someone roasted it, like, I'd be like, listen, I don't like him either.
I popped because I have hair on my arms.
Hey, just because you got hair on your arms, that's okay though, Queen. You look phenomenal though.
Thank you.
You know, she ain't fit to my liking. She ain't even fit to. Hey, excuse me, Queen. I'm talking to this woman right here. Oh, well, I could look anyway. I could look any way I want to. You know. But yeah, can y'all give her balloon back though?
She don't want it.
Yeah, do you want your balloon back, Queen? We're not talking to you, sweetheart.
Okay.
You already I already let you know. I'm not interested in. You got more hair on your arms than me, baby.
But at the same note, I wouldn't call someone's job 500 times.
Not to mention, he didn't call the girls. Well, okay, I'm assuming the girl in the blue called. I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't think the girl in the blue.
Because she was the one that roasted him.
But 500, you need help to call someone 500. The company.
Oh,
500
she thinks more than one of them.
Yeah. I mean, listen.
But then who then? Because you think the one in the red and blue teamed up then?
No, I just think it's crazy fans. I just think I just think you have you have crazy people. And like, this is social media. It's not that hard to rally people to do it. So like, I'm not gonna point fingers and say it's either one of those girls who did it. But,
okay. I didn't even.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy fan base.
I was thinking it was one of the girls on the panel. So
no, I think think about it, if it was one of the girls on the panel, the job could have just blocked her. Well, and not only that, you're calling a job 500 times. They're just gonna assume that you're just a crazy person.
That's,
one thing I am confused about though, is well, before I get into this, one comment that I thought was just so dumb. someone said like, oh, he said he's got 100K in the bank, he's gonna be good. That doesn't mean he needs to lose his job. 100K is not gonna last him his entire lifetime. Like, I don't think people are really thinking when they make some of these comments. Like, that to me is absolutely crazy. But I am confused the fact that he is a plumber. I thought most plumbers work separately. I didn't realize that like he was underneath a company. Cause I'm like, can't you just freelance as a plumber or make your own business as a plumber and still be fine? And plumbers are in high demand also. So like, I don't see him being able to get fired. Like, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know how that whole industry works. Maybe he is underneath a business. I don't know.
It's a very fragmented industry, and I don't know about most plumbers, but I know what you mean. Like, it's a skill that lends itself to being able to go out on your own and work for yourself. Doesn't mean that all of them do. I mean,
Yeah.
I've experienced, you call a company and they have plumbers that work for them, so he probably got fired from whatever company he works for.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, his skill is in very high demand. He can easily get another job, especially once all this blows over. So he'll be fine in the long run, but maybe in the short term, he worked for a company he really liked, and he got let go from that company.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's just unfortunate. Like, what do you do? You think the person who produced a show should like let out a statement, like, and say like, hey guys, you can't, because I think that's gonna deter people from coming on the show if they know like, okay, well, I can't say anything, and that's gonna hurt the quality of the show too, because the show's going viral because people say crazy stuff and do crazy roasts like that. Like I said, that's the nature of the show, and that's why I think the company should accept it, because he wasn't overly rude. And I would compare this show to a reality TV show. I would compare this show to like a show that you would see on TV. Because like, how many times do people get fired from appearing on a show on TV and they did something on TV? Most times not.
Well, I don't know, but they may have a conversation before. We don't even know if he had a conversation with his employer before he went on the show. Again, from the employer side of things, if you're affecting business, is what it is.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, listen, I understand the 500 calls.
Yeah, I mean, it's just,
but my annoyance is more with the people who called him 500 times,
course.
opposed to like the actual job.
100%.
Because that's
100%. And to answer your question about, do I think she should put a statement out? Yeah. Or whoever owns the show or whatever, yeah, they should. I think so.
Because that's gonna deter so many people from coming on the show. Like, oh, I might lose my job if I'm just going on a dating show and I pop a balloon. That might cost me my whole career.
Yeah, that's
so either that or I have to just go on the show and just be a robot.
Yeah, I mean.
But ultimately, guys, I'm gonna say it's a bad decision. I think this is a terrible decision. It's unfortunate, especially this time where people are suffering a lot with this economy. Like, I think that this is terrible, and I think, man, like, this is one of those times, like, I really wish, like, those people who did it, they could get put on blast. Because it's like, are there some cases in some scenarios where, like, the person does something outrageous, and I'm like, yes, they should be fired. Like, I think a year or two ago, like, there's a therapist, and, like, she was, like, telling clients business and, like, all this weird stuff. So,
whoa, online?
Yeah.
Damn. They're giving their names out?
No. She wasn't giving names.
Oh,
out.
she just telling stories.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
still not great.
That's to each his own.
Still not. No, it's not great.
Yeah,
but I mean, I thought she was giving out names and
no, she wasn't giving out names. But
still crazy. Yeah,
she was doing some crazy stuff too.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, ultimately, guys, I'm gonna say it's a bad decision.
The 500 callers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bad decision for you.
Yeah, it's a bad decision.
All right, guys. So if you think the callers made a good decision, you're probably insane and out of your mind. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you think they made a bad decision, leave a like, leave a comment. All right, decision makers, don't call people's jobs.